Hello my beauties, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm filming kind of late because I'm in a shitty mood, and so I've decided to, instead of like sitting around and being sad about it, I'm gonna try and be productive and do my makeup and be like, why am I sad? I'm so cute. What is there to be sad about? I mean, that's not how like real problems work, but you know what I mean? When you're in a shitty mood and you got fab makeup on, it's like, I'm sad, but I'm also hot as hell. So, I'm gonna film this tutorial and I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Like, I think I'm just gonna play around and then just voice over and be like, this is what I did. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. I'm probably gonna edit out most of me doing my eyebrows. Like, I'll show you like the basic steps, but it's just gonna be me screaming for like 20 minutes because it's difficult. See my mouth moving? It's because I'm listening to music right now and I have to sing while I do my music. It's just my thing, and if you don't like it, then that sucks because that's just me and you need to learn to accept me for who I am. And yeah, sorry the camera's like this and not like this, because my iPad doesn't like to work like this, because then you only see my double chin and I'm just like, hey guys, you want to see how you do your makeup? And so I'm just going to keep it this way until I get a legitimate camera, which I do not know where that is because those things are expensive. And then you have to buy editing software, and I'm just rambling. So I'm going to get into my makeup now, and I don't know how well this is going to go. It might be a fail, it might be a success. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to start doing my makeup now.
Okay, so first I'm taking this NYX Lavender Concealer and putting it over where my eyebrows are supposed to be, so that way I conceal any stubble or darkness or 5 o'clock brow shadow, because that happens. And then I'm using this new Ulta Beauty sponge, and I kind of made a weird face because I haven't used it before, and I was like, will it work? Will it not work? Who knows? But it totally does work. It impressed me a lot. Like, it's not better than my Real Technique sponge, but it's still pretty nice. So I'm just blending that in so I don't have big purple blobs. Imagine if that's how I just did my eyebrow, guys. So I just put little purple blobs, and then I put some there so it's not like uneven, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And next I'm taking some NYX concealer and porcelain and putting it over that, so that way I don't have to worry about putting foundation over it, because I'm doing dot eyebrows, and putting foundation in between little dots is literally impossible, guys. So like, don't even attempt it. Put concealer on and then just draw over it and it'll be fine. And I'm just blending that in.
I'm gonna do my eyebrows now, so I'm gonna like stop recording for like 20 minutes and come back and then explain how I did the thing. So okay, so I drew on my eyebrows to these little dots, and now I'm gonna put glitter on them because, like, why the fuck not? So yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Okay, so now I'm taking some Too Faced glitter glue and putting on the back of my hand, then applying the product to a brush and covering the little dot with the glitter glue. Do this very slow and precisely, and use a small little pencil brush thingy, so that way you don't go outside the dot and don't miss any spots. Just be patient and then it'll come out better. And then I'm taking a small brush and dipping it in the glitter and covering the little dot with glitter. Again, be really patient, because if you're not, you're going to end up with wig, like blotchy spot eyebrows instead of having cute little dots. So just be patient, take your time, and you'll have cute glitter goddess eyebrows, because who doesn't want that, right? I'm not weird or anything. Yeah, just do it. It's super fun. It's adorable.
Okay, so my eyebrows are done now, so I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow because that's how I do my makeup. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm priming my eyelids with Urban Decay Primer Potion, because if you're not using eyeshadow primer, your eyeshadow is not going to live to its full potential, so always prime your lids, so that way your eyeshadow can look its best and stay on the longest it possibly can. And I'm just rubbing that in and doing that, so it'll stay. And now I'm taking Scotch tape to get out little excess pieces of glitter. That's really the best way to get off extra glitters with Scotch tape. It's my mani palette! Okay, so now I'm taking some tape and putting it under my eyes so I can have a very cut look with my eyeshadow and have a very straight line at an angle, because that's how I like my eyeshadow. But tape is bad for your skin. Don't do it. I'm a bad example. Now that I'm done with that, I'm taking Beaches and Cream as a transitional shade with my Wet n Wild brush and applying that everywhere at an angle, so that way my eyeshadow will be at a straight line angle. Well, you know what I mean. And I'm really only showing how to do one eye, because you do it the same way on both eyes. And I'm not trying to waste most of our time, but Beaches and Cream is a really good transitional shade, and it's super cute. So now I'm taking Sora with the same Wet n Wild blending brush and putting it onto about 3/4 of my crease to darken it up and give it some dimension, so it's not just one flat eyeshadow transition shade. And make sure you blend this out at an angle just like you did with Beaches and Cream, so it doesn't not look all blended and perfected and such. I'm really terrible with words in this, but yeah, do the thing. So now I'm taking Artemis and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with it, or at least where my eyebrow would be, so I'm just doing that under the dots to create a highlight, and I'm also creating a brow shape to highlight because I don't really have eyebrows, but I'm using a flat brush, like a C brush sort of thing, and just putting that all above the transition shade to where an eyebrow would be. And make sure to blend it to the corners of your eyes too, so you glow super much. Now I'm going back and blending everything together so there's no harsh lines. So I'm just using my Real Techniques and blending everything together. And then I'm going back and putting a little bit more Beaches and Cream on so that way it looks more even. And I'm putting a little bit more Sora on that eye so it looks more even. And I'm cleaning up the fallout with a makeup wipe, and that's really just the easiest thing to do, is to clean up fallout with a makeup wipe. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild eyeliner brush and putting Aphrodite in the outer corners, or like outer V of my eyes, to deepen up the look and give it a smoky eye look and to make the crease more defined. So I kind of just stencil out an outline with the brush and then I go and blend it. But this is how I create the shape, is I do it like 3/4 of my eye, and then I lower the amount I put in as it gets closer to the center. And now I'm blending it out with my Real Techniques brush so it has a more blended look, and you just got to be very patient with blending and careful. Well, not necessarily careful, just try to blend above, not below where the line is, if you get what I mean. I don't know. But yeah, you just blend it to your heart's desire, friend. Now I'm taking what I believe to be a EcoTools blending brush. I'm not really sure because I got it a long time ago and the label's faded off and I just don't know. But I dipped the brush into Aphrodite and added more Aphrodite onto the crease because it was not nearly dark or smoky enough for my taste. So I put a bunch more on there and made sure to blend it out to the tape like the rest of the eyeshadow so it'd have a sick angle when I was done. Now I'm taking a flat C-shaped brush like the one I used for Artemis and dipping it into Insomnia and covering my entire lid with it up to where the Aphrodite line is, so that way I still have like the smoked, somewhat cut crease look. And this color, Insomnia, is really cool because it's like a brown, green, red reflect. I don't know, it's magical and everyone needs it in their life, and it looks really good with the colors I've paired it with because they're all like browny undertones. I don't know. I think it looks super good, and I love the way the color looks with the rest of the eyeshadow. Now I'm taking my Too Faced lip injection gloss and putting it all over my lips to give them the plump effect. I usually wait until I'm about halfway done with my makeup to do this step because if I don't, it'll fade off, but it helps my lips look better, so I like it. Next, I'm using my Holy Grail eyeliner, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper, and creating a wing. It's very important to be patient when you're doing this because you can always put on more, but you can't put on less. So I'm really using the tape as a guideline, and it makes it so much easier to get winged eyeliner. Now it's time to take off the tape for the big reveal, and it looks super great and super clean cut, and I love it. Tape is my savior when it comes to eye makeup looks. And now I'm taking a makeup wipe and getting off any fallout or excess makeup, so I'll have a clean slate when I start doing my face makeup. Now I'm taking the NYX concealer in Porcelain and using it to highlight in little triangles under my eyes. I'm doing what I call my lazy foundation routine, where I don't use liquid foundation. I only use powder foundation and concealer, and it definitely works in the summer, and I was just going to go to bed after this anyway, so I wasn't really looking for full coverage foundation in the first place. But the NYX concealer is super amazing. It's only like $5. It lasts a long time, and it works super well. So I don't imagine me using a new concealer anytime soon, because if it's not broken, don't fix it. I'm not going to pay for expensive concealer when I have a good cheap concealer already, you feel? But make sure you blend this out all the way, because you don't want to have any like harsh lines or like blobs of concealer, you feel? Just take as much time as you can to blend everything out and make sure it's even and perfected. And that's me freaking out because I realized I forgot primer because I'm an idiot. You should always use face primer. It's like the most important step, but I forgot. Luckily, I wasn't actually going anywhere, doing anything after this, so remember, use face primer. It's important. So yeah, just continue to blend everything out. And then I'm going to highlight my nose and my forehead and get all the forehead because of a bunch of redness in my forehead, and some on my chin and my cupid's bow. And then I'm going to blend that out for days. And I make weird faces when I do my makeup. I can't help it. Like, I think everyone does on some level, but Now you guys can publicly see me do my weird faces, so I feel like I have to explain myself, but we all know we do it, so don't judge. But make sure you blend everything out evenly, like I said before, and be very delicate around the glitter brows because you don't want to get some glitter on your beauty blender and then get it everywhere. And now I'm taking my Light 45 Kat Von D foundation, and then I'm going to blend out my Cupid's bow because I forgot about that. My bad. But yeah. Then I'm going to take the Light 45 Kat Von D powder foundation and rub it all over my face with a sponge it comes with at first so I can get a full coverage and make sure I get everything. And I love this powder foundation. Like, it has really good coverage for a powder foundation. Most powder foundation doesn't work on me, but this works really well, and I love how it looks. And just make sure you get it everywhere. You don't want to miss any spots. It's very important. And then I'm taking a little bit on a regular like face brush and dusting it all over my face to make sure everything's all even and there's no like lines from the sponge. So I'm just blending everything out and bringing it down to my neck. Now I'm taking Beaches and Cream on my Wet n Wild blending brush and putting some underneath the bottom lash line so that way I'll have a more blended makeup look and not have nothing on the bottom and extreme makeup on the top. But I'm using just a very light amount because I don't like too much eyeshadow underneath my bottom lashes because I wasn't going for a raccoon look today. Don't get me wrong, I do raccoon looks all the time, but it wasn't happening today. And then I'm taking Insomnia on a little flat brush, like I used for Artemis and Insomnia before, and putting it underneath my waterline to about 2/3 of it. And I think this gives it a really good pop because this color's super intense and looks good. So just put a little bit under your lash line so that way it's not too intense, but to have that glittery amazingness still. And bring it all the way to the wing. And then I'm taking Fast Lane by ColourPop and putting it in my waterline. It looks really cute with this because it's a green and it matches Insomnia. You shouldn't pull on your skin like this to do your eyeliner. I'm a terrible example. Don't do this. You will get wrinkles and you will die. So don't do it. I'm a bad example. You have been warned. But I really like the ColourPop eyeliners. Not so much the like gel ones, but the like twist up eyeliners are pretty good and they have some pretty awesome colors. So I would recommend checking some out. But I think this eye color looks really good with the rest of the eyeshadow, so put a green on with it. And now I'm taking this Bare Minerals Lash Domination mascara. I think it's a little sample I got from my mom, and I'm super loving it lately. It like makes you kind of look like you're wearing false lashes, but without the difficulty of false lashes, so I would recommend it. I might go buy a full tube soon. I don't know, leave some reviews in the comments below and let me know if you like it or not. But yeah, just make sure you coat all your lashes. And so that way you'll have big, beautiful lashes. I would normally put on fake eyelashes, but I wasn't going anywhere, so. And now I'm taking Artemis and highlighting the inner corner and bringing it to where Insomnia stops. And so I can give the inner corners of my eyes a nice highlight and pop of color. I think highlighting your inner corners is really important because it brings so much attention to the eyes. And if you don't do it, it looks a little bit unfinished in my opinion. Now I'm taking my favorite highlighter, Becca Pearl, in the pressed powdered form. And I'm going to highlight the shit out of my face with this big ass fan brush. I'm coating my like cheekbones with it, putting it all over and on my temples. So I have like a kind of V shape with my highlights. I don't know. I really like doing that. I don't know why, but I like to look like a glazed donut. That's my thing lately. And yeah, just make sure you get it blended out and glowy as heck. So yeah, and then I'm taking a little bit on my nose because I don't want too much of a glow on my nose. And some on my Cupid's bow and blending it out with the Beauty Blender thingy so it's not too harsh. And now I'm taking the Pitch Lippy Pencil by ColourPop and, well, first I'm wiping off my lips because I don't want any lip gloss on because it'll make the lipstick messed up. But then I'm going to line my lips with the ColourPop Pitch Pencil, and these pencils are really great. I love them. They're a really good formula and they're super cheap. I used other drugstore liners or drugstore price liners and they're always super rough and tug at your lips, but these are super soft and super cheap. Sorry that the camera angle on this is bad, but I was looking really close at the mirror and I was getting real serious about it and I couldn't be at a far away angle like the rest of my makeup. So, and now I'm taking the Pitch Lippy Pencil and covering the rest of my lips with it, and I really love this color. I didn't used to like brown lipsticks on me, but now I really like brown lipsticks, especially with this eye look because of the brown eyeshadow look and like the brown reflex, green reflex in Insomnia. So I think it just works really well together. And yeah, that's about it. I finished my makeup at this point.
Okay, guys, that's it. My makeup is done. I did a very lazy face routine because I hate doing face makeup most of the time. But yeah, I really like it. I kind of didn't know where it was going, but I really like the end result. So don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and let me know what more what kind of videos you guys want me to make next and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go now. Bye, Felicia.